Shalom Akim. I want to say all praises goes to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah, Bashim Hakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and Elders Great Millstone, and salutations to Akim there pushing this word in all sincerity and honesty. And brother Korah Allah. And the Lord will this lesson is edifying. You see the thumbnail is gonna say you can now get a microchip implant that lets you pay contactless using your hand. And you see the chip, and that's right there is the mark of the beast. All right, so the chip is finally here. They pushed this thing on a broader scale, and we all know that they're gonna start implementing this thing upon the people and forcing it upon the people. All right, as you know, that's what they, that's the new world order, and you know, it has to happen. So what the laws will be done, but this is the scriptures. Revelation is 13, and I start at 13. It says, "And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men." And the first time this was done was by America, all right, in the time of World War II, when they dropped the bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and deceived men that dwelt on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast being NATO and the EU. All right, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image of the beast, right? Because after they dropped those bombs, they really became in power, which was the power was given to them by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, because they had to come up with rulership, and they should make an image of the beast, and that image is going into that new world order, which the whole key to this whole thing working is going to be those RFID microchips, which had it says to make an image of the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. Right, so that beast that was wounded by a sword and did live is going into the Roman Empire, because the Roman Empire did fall, but now the Roman Empire system is back again today through America, NATO, and the EU. Now, to prove that, we could go to Daniel 7:7, and it says, "After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible," which the beast before was the Syrian Babylonians, the Medo-Persians, and the Greeks. Okay, and now then this right here in Daniel 7:7 is the Roman Empire. So it says, "And this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly," right? Because they was just taking over, man. They was taking over on different states or tributaries, all right? And it had great iron teeth. They had that sword, and devoured and break in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. All right, so they, Shalaki, 1 o'clock. So they were taking over, and they wasn't playing, man. They was taking over, and they was putting their way of life wherever they went, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before, right? Because it didn't deal with kings. It deal with Caesars, and it had 10 horns, and there you go right there. It had 10 horns, so it had a system set up, man. All right, where it had other different countries that would have a say in certain things, but really the Romans were the head. It says, "I considered the horns, and behold, there came," this is Daniel 7:8. "I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by. And that little horn is going into America. And the 3 horns that was plucked up by the way America came, will be the French, the Spanish, and the British. All right. And that's how America was first formed. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, because America became very proud, and a mouth speaking great things, right? Great blasphemies. So that first horn was going into the first beast that did live was going into America, but then out of Slack was going into Rome, but now today that beast is America. This is back in Revelations 13, and I'm at 13 now. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh Slakia. I'm at 15 now. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, right? Bringing that new world order, that system into place. That the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So yeah, so in other words, it said Slakia, it said, and it had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, meaning bring this thing, bring it to fruition, man. All right, and you see them doing that now. And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So you know they're gonna want the Lord's men to be destroyed, okay? And they're gonna have certain people, like they have certain people that's gonna not deal with the image, not deal with the chip, and they're gonna have to be destroyed too. So it's gonna be a purging process going on, man. You know, going into this man come down with great wrath. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast, bow down, take the mark to the charagma, should be killed. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. There it is, the mark, the charagma. Okay, in the Greek it's charagma, which means to insert or to cut. And how is that chip going into you? It's going into you by a surgical implant. So they're cutting into your flesh, or on their forehead. So it's going into your hand or your forehead, or your right hand, your left hand, your shoulder, your chest, your neck, your head, behind your ears. It don't matter. Your toe, your leg. If you take this thing, then you worshiping Esau. You worshiping the so-called white man. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, say that he had take the mark. So you can't buy or sell. And what did it say? I'm read it again. It says you can now get a microchip implant that lets you pay contactless using your hand. And this is just one of the things you could do with it. Buy and sell. All right. It has your medical information, your ID, everything about you is going to be on this chip. And guess what? You're going to be tracked on it. You're going to be tracked. And once they pick you up by facial recognition or whatever, they will have all your information. So in other words, you won't be able to hide. And that's one of the MOs of this devil also. That also consists of his New World Order, his NWO. This is Isaiah 14:14. I will send above the heights of the clouds with his satellites, his space shuttles, astronauts and all that. You got the Star Wars program, you know. And it says, well, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So everything they're doing now is to be like the Most High, you know, because the Lord knows where everyone is at. It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to the hell, to the sides of the pit. So even though you try and do all these things, you gonna ultimately be destroyed by fire, you know. And which this technology is really Esau's blessing. All right. So I'm gonna go back now. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here's wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and that man is Esau, and his number is 666. In the Greek would be Shasa stigma, you know. And then also, you know, Shasa stigma, and that also really goes into the barcodes, all right, because that's like one of the ways that chip is gonna be working. Now, let's just get a few scriptures. Now ended there. How about I get Jeremiah 28:8? The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of wars and of evils and of pestilence. So the prophets of old, before a kingdom fell, they prophesied against that kingdom. All right. And you know, same thing today, man. Okay. The prophets today prophesying of war, rumors of wars. All right. And of evil. What do you think this whole NWO thing is? This whole charagma thing is evil. And of pestilence. And there's going to be a lot of illness and sickness, which is already happening. The ultimate pestilence is going to be those thermonuclear missiles. The prophets which prophesy of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord has truly sent him. So if a prophet prophesy of peace, if it comes to pass, then you know, then the Lord sent that man here to prophesy peace. You know, and it's the same thing, man. Right now, in the time of peace, if you hear a prophet telling you about peace right now, then they ain't right, man. Because right now we're in the time of war, death, and destruction. Okay, we're in time of judgment, Jacob's trouble. You know, and that mark being implemented. What else I got for you through the Spirit? This is Job 5:13. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, because believe it, this man is wise, man. Esau's wise on the left hand side. He know what he's doing, you know, and this whole thing is set up strategically. Okay, but the Lord said he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, you know. And when your craftiness is what, that new world order, that chip, and one thing that's very crafty that you created are those nuclear missiles. We brought that out earlier in Revelations, how you destroyed Hiroshima and Nagasaki using those missiles. The Lord said he's going to take in your own craftiness. How's America going out by way of thermonuclear missiles? And the counsel of the froward is carried headlong, right? So you want to do this whole New World Order thing, all right? But the Lord said, listen, you're going to be taken in your own craftiness. I want to say all praise goes to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shah, Bashim Chakwadash, double honors to the apostles, and all great millstone, and salutations to the Akmat there pushing this word in all sincerity and honesty. Shalom.